Okay. And take care. Okay, please be seated in the courtroom. Members of the jury, we took a recess. The state had rested its case in chief, and I'll ask the defense to proceed at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, I'm going to waive my opening. I reserved.
Yes.
Waive it. I'm going to call my first witness. I'm going to call Mr. Billy Delgado, Judge.
All right, Mr. Delgado, you want to come up to the witness stand?
Here's.
You solemnly swear the evidence in the testimony given the cause will be the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
And your lawyers advise you on your constitutional privilege not to testify, and understanding that you agreed to waive that and testify before this jury, correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have a seat. All right, adjust the microphone. Try to speak up so everybody can hear you, sir. Mr. Vega, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Sir, can you please state your name for the record?
Billy Delgado.
Mr. Delgado, how old are you?
I'm 35 years old.
Okay, sir. And where are you from?
I'm from Laredo, Texas.
Okay, and you lived in other places?
Yes, sir.
Where?
I lived in Arlington, Texas, and Mansfield, Texas, and Laredo, Texas, and San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, you were born here in Laredo?
Yes.
And what's your mom's name?
My mom's name is Maria Concepcion Delgado.
And your dad's?
My stepdad is Luis Delgado, and my real dad is William Bloom.
Your biological dad is William Bloom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your mom's maiden name?
And Maria Johnson.
You went to
I went to United High School.
United High School? Okay. Where else after that?
I went to South Texas Vocational Institute. I became a combination welder.
And when was that, sir?
In 2016, I started school. In 2017, I finished and graduated in trade school as a combo welder.
And you were how old at that time?
I was about 27 years old, sir.
Okay. And before you became a welder, were you working here?
Yes, I was working in a staffing agency as a forklift driver.
You have another child from another relationship, right?
Yes, I do.
And what's the name of that child?
My son is 11 years old, and his name is Israel Delgado, and he lives in Fort Worth with his mother.
Okay. And you said you had lived in that Dallas area, the Fort Worth area. Is that where you met the mom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long were you with her?
I was with her for about 5 years.
And then you separated?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you still see your son?
Yes, I see him on the summers. I get him for a whole month, and I see him when he doesn't have school for the most part.
You have a good relationship with both the mom and the son?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you've done your best to try to raise your son?
Yes, I have, sir.
And after you left the Dallas area, you came back to Laredo?
I moved to San Antonio, and I started going to trade schools.
Okay. And then you moved back to Laredo?
When I finished trade school, I moved to Mansfield, Texas, to start working in the industry as a welder.
All right. And where does Erica Torres come into play?
I was living in Arlington, Texas, and Miss Torres had DM'd me, and we linked up, and she went to go live with me in Arlington, Texas.
Oh, okay. I always thought you guys met reunited here. But so she went up to Arlington after she messaged you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long did you live in Arlington with?
I would say about a year at the most, if that.
Okay. And then you moved?
Yes, we moved to San Antonio.
Did you experience any problems with her in Arlington?
Yes, we did. We had our arguments here and there, but she threw a weight at me and missed one day, and that's when we decided to split up. But then we talked about it, and we ended up moving together back down to San Antonio.
Okay. So there was only one incident there where she got physical?
In Dallas, yes.
Okay. And then you moved back to?
We went to we lived with my family for a little bit, and then we came to Laredo for the most part during COVID.
Okay. I believe it was testimony. She said that you guys were in San Antonio, right?
Yes, we were in San Antonio.
How long?
Less than a year.
Less than a year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you live in your own apartment?
Yes, we had a condo in Alamo Heights.
Okay. And did you have any incidents there?
Yes, that's where I pressed charges for the assault on the first time she hit me, sir.
Oh, well, you were still in San Antonio?
Well, we were still in San Antonio.
And I guess she went to court, took care of that case, right?
She went to court, took care of it, and we were still living together at the time, yes, sir.
And what did she do in that incident? How did she hit you?
We were arguing because we had a 2-story condo, and both my daughters were playing upstairs. I consider my stepdaughter my daughter. Both my daughters were playing upstairs. They were playing beauty school, and they came down, and the older one had cut the youngest one hair, and Miss Torres snapped and dragged the older one by her hair up 2 flights of stairs. And when I told her, like, maybe you could have handled that different, she said for me not to tell her how to raise her daughter.
And that's how the fight started?
And that's how the fight started. And she started coming towards me, and I was like, Erica, stop. And that's when she hit me a couple of times, and that's when the neighbors called the cops.
Okay. You didn't call the cops?
I didn't call the cops, no, sir.
Okay. I know that we brought it up. You were sitting here next to me during the voir dire. That was one of the questions, and I'm going to ask you, somebody already threw a weight at your head, and somebody already assaulted you. I mean, why'd you stay with her after those 2 times?
I mean, for the most part, as a man, you're raised to to deal with those kind of things,
Okay.
and just be a man about it. So I decided to be a man about it and be there for my family, what I had at the time.
Okay. So after you said about, what was it, a year in San Antonio?
Yes.
You moved back to Laredo?
Yes.
And that was during COVID?
Yes.
Okay, there was not much going on during that time, right?
No, sir.
I think she said you weren't working at all. You didn't have a job.
No, I was getting unemployment.
Okay. So you were receiving some type of funds.
Yes, sir.
Did any incidents happen after that?
We had gotten in an argument one time at the house, and I was trying to get out of the house. And when I was trying to get away from her, a cologne bottle had fallen on the floor, and she stepped on it, cut her foot. So that gave me a chance to open the door, and I was able to get in my vehicle and skirt off. Well, before she got to open the passenger door and continue the abuse.
Okay. And any other times that you recollect?
The time in the vehicle.
The time of the vehicle?
Yes, and after the time in the vehicle, one more time. That was it.
That you remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There was other incidents when the police were called, right?
Yes, sir.
And those aren't the times that you're mentioning right now.
No.
Okay. So there were other times.
Yes, there were other times that the cops in San Antonio, before that, they had proof because I was bleeding from the side of the head, so they had to arrest her because they took. I gave them permission to take photos.
Okay. I'm not sure, Mr. Delgado. But you said you were bleeding, right?
Yes, sir.
So I have some photos, but are these the photos that I have from that incident?
I believe no. Those were the photos that my two aunts. I was at home. We were at home here. We had a condo in Del Mar, and she was hitting me, and all of a sudden somebody rings the doorbell, and out of the blue, two of my aunts came to visit, and they were able to. Miss Erica calmed down, and I went upstairs real quick, and I changed my shirt because it was all torn and everything because I didn't want my family to know what was going on at home. And so at that point, my aunts came in. They said hi to the babies and everything. And when they left is when I saw my opportunity to go outside and let them know and show them what was going on. And that's when they decided to take pictures of it because I had never told them that Miss Erica was like that.
Okay. I mean, they knew that you argue a lot, right?
Yeah, they knew that we argued, but I would never tell anybody of the times that she would put her hands on me.
Okay. And a lot of these were they just scratches and slaps, or were they serious?
There were scratches, slaps, and punches, all a mix of everything.
Okay. Did you ever brandish a weapon and
Never.
try to shoot her?
No, sir.
Okay.
Except for,
Well, we saw the video.
yes, sir.
Right. Okay. And we'll get to that. Okay, Mr. Delgado?
Yes, sir.
But, I mean, we have we have assaults after assault after assault after assault after assault. You could have lost your cool in between any of those assaults and shot her, right?
Yes, sir, but I wasn't raised to hit women.
Okay. Or you could have punched her out.
Yes, easily, but I don't put my hands on women.
Okay. So when did you purchase this weapon?
The weapon that I purchased was after July of 2023, when the incident happened. I pressed charges, and one of her brothers had just gotten out of prison, so I was kind of concerned for my safety.
Okay. Did anybody make threats against you?
It's happened before to where I've been threatened by her mother and her brother, yes.
Okay. So you felt the need to purchase a weapon?
Yes, sir.
And when was that?
That was in not too, maybe I would, if I can recall, it'd be August of 2023.
All right, it's around that time. You're not certain.
Around the time of after I pressed charges, yes, sir.
Okay. Were you ever assaulted after that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you have a weapon. You're being assaulted. I mean, you could have gone crazy and shot her, right? You didn't do that.
I didn't, no, sir.
All right. So you've already purchased a weapon. You felt the need to have purchased it because of the threats, but you're not using the weapon, right?
No, sir.
Okay. And you said you have one daughter with Erica, right?
Yes, I have a 5-year-old with Erica, and I have a 11-year-old with Megan Lee Bagwell.
Okay. But you love your daughter?
Yes, I love her. I'll do anything to protect her.
Okay. And you've heard the testimony about the lifetime protective order, I mean, and the people have tried to get you to sign documents so you don't have rights to your daughter.
Yes, sir. When they put the lifetime protective order, I didn't even have anybody to represent me in the courtroom.
Do you want to see your daughter again?
Yes, sir.
You love her?
Yes, I adore her with everything.
Do you want to be able to take care of her and raise her?
I would love that.
All right, sir. Now we're talking about a point in time here, and we saw that everybody saw the video. I don't think we needed that. Do we need that test done, Billy, with the gun residue on your hands to determine who shot?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So the whole issue here, Mr. Delgado, is whether, why did you shoot Erica Torres? Okay. So let me ask you a few questions regarding that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me back a little bit. Your stepdaughter,
Yes.
were there any allegations concerning abuse with her?
Yes, there was.
And what about
Can I
her?
object to relevance, Your Honor?
It's-
This is about the stepdaughter, correct?
It goes to our defense judge.
Well, I think it was already discussed to some extent, so I'm going to overrule the objection. Go ahead.
Okay. She has a stepdaughter, right? I mean,
Yes.
she has a daughter, your stepdaughter.
Yes.
Okay. Was there ever an incident of abuse?
Yes.
What happened according to you?
We were living in San Antonio, and Mrs. Torres' family came to visit. And the next day, my stepdaughter had what it looked like somebody had hit her in the lip, and she had like a bruise on her neck, and it happened to be hickey, sir.
Okay. And how did you determine what happened?
Oh, we asked, Miss Torres, of course, because I'm not her father, so I'm not allowed to handle those kind of situations. Miss Torres called her father, and they handled that between
Can I
them.
object to hearsay, Judge?
Okay, you were present when this happened?
I was present when this happened, yes.
Okay, so they handled the situation.
Don't repeat what anybody else said, but you're welcome to tell us what you saw or didn't.
Okay, so don't repeat what somebody said, just what you saw, okay?
Yes, sir.
So they handled the situation how?
From what I know, they put her youngest sister in counseling, from what I know.
Okay, so Erica's younger sister was the perpetrator in that case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we move forward. You already have that in your mind, right?
Yes, sir.
There's already been an incident where there was hickeys and by the younger sister, according to you.
Yes, sir.
That's already logged in your brain. Okay, then we move forward now. And take us back to your apartment to the day of the shooting.
Well, the night before, my daughter was taking a shower, and I had asked my roommate Sharon to just watch her real quick while I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And when I came back inside, I went into the bathroom, and I really didn't say anything. I just wanted to peek on her because my daughter was really quiet, and usually she's jumping around the shower, splashing and stuff. So I kind of peeked in the shower, and she was what looked like she was playing with the vaginal area of a Barbie.
Okay, and that concern you?
Yes. I kind of I reacted in a sense to where I kind of, what are you doing? Yelled, got loud a little bit. And the Barbie went flying out of her hand. So I calmed down, and I let her finish taking her a bath. And I took her to the room, changed her, put a cartoon on for she can, calm down because she was crying. And after that is when I started asking her, where did she learn to touch a Barbie in those areas?
And the response?
Her response was she kind of just tried to change the subject. She tried to just, my daughter's very smart little girl. She just kind of changed the subject. And so I started asking her, I started with my family. I started asking her who has been touching. She had to have learned from touching the Barbie. Where did she learn that from? I started naming family members of mine because my daughter's always bouncing around with my family and Miss Torres' family. And I started with my family, started going down the list of people, asking her, was it this person who touched you? She started saying, no, daddy, it wasn't that person. And I went down the list. She said, no, no, no. And then I went over to Miss Torres' family. I started going down the list of people. And when I got to Mr. Louis Torres' name is when she kind of started crying and held me and told me that that it was him that touches her TT.
Okay. And who is Louis Torres?
Erica's brother.
Okay. Is he the one that's been in prison?
Yes.
Do you know what for?
No.
Okay. So their family knows what it means to have a family member in prison,
Yes, sir.
what it feels like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in your mind, so you already have the previous abuse stepdaughter, and now you have this of your daughter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so take us, what happened the rest of the night?
Well, I was thinking how I can approach Miss Torres because every time I approach Miss Torres, she tells me that I'm acting like some sort of investigator or something in her terms. Because 2 weeks prior to that happening, she had came to drop off my daughter, and my daughter had a big knot on her head, and she said that it happened at school. And when I told her that I was going to go to school and get the incident report, she freaked out and said, "Oh, you're always acting like an investigator. Why do you have to do that?" And I never got the paperwork from the school. So I figured if she's been abusing me this whole time, that she was abusing my daughter as well.
Okay, so now we have a family member that has access, and you have Erica was giving him access to your daughter, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so that night, did you do anything else, or just go to bed?
I put my daughter to bed, and I got as much rest as I could, thinking about how I was going to approach Miss Torres.
Okay, so now you're placed in a position where you're separated. She's got friends in high places, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, she already told you that you're not going to be able to do anything to her because she has a friend here at this courthouse.
No, she said, it doesn't matter what I do or how I do it, that she's never going to do it because of her aunt, Becky Palomo, is a judge, and she can get away basically with anything, in other words.
That's what Erica told you.
Yes.
Whether she can do it or not is up to somebody else, not her.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, but that's what she told you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you have all these thoughts in your head. There's no way out because you're not going to get help here, according to you, right?
Yes, I've pressed charges multiple times. I did the report in the vehicle. She got seriously bodily injury, 2 counts of child endangerment, and nothing ever happened to her.
Okay. Anything else?
As in what?
Okay. So you have all these. All these things are going around in your head, right? All the previous abuse and stuff like that. You're not able to get a whole lot of sleep that night, right?
Yes, sir.
So what happens in the morning?
So the following day, we wake up. I made my daughter pancakes as well for my roommate. I made breakfast, and I was thinking about how I was going to approach it. So I decided I would call Miss Torres. And so when I called her and I told her I needed to talk to her, something was going on with my daughter, she says, "Oh, there's always something going around with my daughter. That's why I never give it to you, because you're always investigating her," and hung up the phone. Or she said, "I'm on my way," and she hung up the phone.
Did she threaten you by you're never going to see your daughter again?
Yes, and somewhere in there where she says, "This is why I never let you have the baby," and I figured that she's never going to let me see the baby again, especially if I tell her that her brother was fondling with my daughter.
So at this point, your whole world is crashing in. I mean, you got an abuse on your daughter. You have no way to help her.
Yes, sir.
She's already threatened to take your daughter away. You're not going to be able to see her. What was the objections? I didn't hear it.
Leading.
Okay. So what do you have in your mind going into this?
Well, after I told her that and she hung up the phone, I guess she wasn't too far, and I snapped. It's when I completely lost. I figure I lost my temper. I blacked out, and I unloaded my weapon on Miss Torres.
But you have, I mean, you're trying to defend your daughter from being sexually assaulted, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I didn't know what was gonna happen to her if I let her go with her mother, because her mother's an abusive woman, and what if she would have done something to my daughter?
Okay.
For telling me that what happens at her home.
And this weapon, it wasn't an illegal weapon, right?
No, sir. I don't have a prior record. I have a DWI in 2011. That's about it. That's why I was able to own a weapon.
Okay. You don't have a felony. You've never been convicted of a felony in this state or any other state.
I've only been convicted.
Have you been convicted of a felony in this state or any other state?
No, sir. I've only been convicted once in 2011 for a DWI.
Okay. And how old were you?
I was 22, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And, okay, so you're able to carry a weapon, you're able to have a weapon, is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
All right. And you weren't committing any illegal act when this shooting took place, right?
No, sir.
And you already told us that you were protecting your daughter from a sexual assault, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what you thought you were doing.
I didn't know what would happen. What else? I mean, Ms. Torres after I pressed charges in 2023, kept me away from her. Even on her birthday, I wasn't able to speak to her that year or see her.
Okay.
I haven't seen my daughter for her birthday since 2023. 2022 was the last time I saw my daughter for her birthday.
Erica's not the one sexually abusing your daughter, right?
No, she's physically abuses my daughter.
Right, but she's the one in control of your daughter.
Yes, sir.
Objection to leading, Judge.
Is she the one in control of your daughter?
Objection to leading.
Yes, sir.
Overruled.
And so is she given access to anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is one of those persons Louis?
Yes, sir. They used to live together, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Louis Torres, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in order to protect your daughter, I mean, you have to do something, right? To get from daughter getting to Louis.
The last thing I would have ever thought is nobody deserves to be shot. Nobody deserves to be shot.
Right.
Trust me, I regret it every day. I wish it would never happen. But it happened.
Go ahead.
But it happened, sir. And I mean, I felt like I was left with no choice.
Was that your way in protecting your daughter?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you've been through a lot, so you thought this was reasonable, an unreasonable attempt to defend your daughter?
Like, I didn't think it was reasonable to shoot anybody, but that's what happened.
Well, that's the only option you had at the time, right?
But, yes, sir.
Okay. So at that time, it was reasonable. Was that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They made it seem, Billy, like after the shooting took place, that the car stopped. You just kind of walked toward the car and then went up. Is there something else that you wanted to do?
No, sir. I like I said, during those few seconds of that happening, I was in a complete rage and was blacked out.
But I mean, you've been slapped, had weights thrown at you, kicked. I mean, you've been abused all this time, and you didn't break into a rage.
I guess from everything that I've had, all those times bottled in, never doing anything at those times and moment, bottling in and bottling everything in, and then finally finding out that something's happening to my daughter, I completely lost it, sir.
Okay. You said when the car approached, I mean, Mr. Delgado, if you wanted to kill her, I would think you would let the car stop, hey, roll down your window, and then shoot her and kill
Objection,
her.
Your Honor, opposing counsel's testifying.
Is that what's,
Sustained.
okay. Wouldn't that be, what would be an easier way if you wanted to kill her?
I wouldn't want to kill her, but I guess if you would say an easier way to kill somebody would be to let them get off the vehicle.
Okay. Or stop the vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that was never your intent, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Your mind,
I was shooting towards. I guess I was shooting towards her vehicle in her direction. Yes, sir.
and you had, I think, they saw a total of, did you have the gun in a box, or how did you have your gun?
I always carry it's small enough to carry in my pocket. So after I bought it, since as long as it's concealed, I'm allowed to carry it anywhere and it fits in my pocket. I always carry it in my pocket.
Okay. And I don't think we saw the video, but I think I saw it, where you basically disappeared before the police come down. Where did you go? After the shooting, where did you go?
I was I believe my mother had called me and I was on the phone with her.
Okay. Did you ever go upstairs?
I went upstairs to put the pistol and the 2 magazines on the chair because I didn't know how the police were going to respond when they got there.
You didn't want to have any problems with the police.
No, sir.
In fact, you followed their instructions.
Yes, sir.
You got on your knees. We all saw it on video, right?
Yes,
He
sir.
handcuffed you. You didn't want anybody else getting hurt.
No, sir.
Okay. You already told us you're very remorseful for what happened.
Yes, sir. I wish it would never happen.
Do you think, Billy, if you wouldn't have heard that your daughter was abused, and if you've never been assaulted so many times before, that this incident would have happened?
No, sir.
Your Honor, can I have just 1 second, please? A couple of seconds here. Okay, you didn't do anything to provoke Erica, and then you responded with a shot, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I already asked you whether you were committing any criminal violation time. You weren't.
No, sir.
Okay. Judge, that's all I have. My client.
Good.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I could just have a moment.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Delgado.
Good afternoon.
So we just heard a lot from you. So let's start off by saying this. You realize you're on trial, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You agree you shot Erica?
Yes.
All right. You would agree that you caused serious bodily injury to Erica?
Yes.
You would agree you used a deadly weapon?
Yes.
All right. At this time, Your Honor, we're going to play State's Exhibit 4. Mr. Delgado, you ambushed Erica that day, right?
No, sir. I was,
No, it's a yes or no question. You ambushed Erica that day?
No.
Did you let her know that you were going to shoot her when she arrived? Yes or no?
I didn't even know I was in the shooter when she arrived.
Okay. Yet you didn't warn her, right? So you surprised her by shooting her 10 times that day?
No, sir.
It's on video, Mr. Delgado.
I did shoot her 10 times that day, but I didn't shoot her planning that I was going to shoot her.
Mr. Delgado, you're waiting for her. You called her to come over.
I called her to come over, but when I snapped when she told me what she told me on the phone, what happened in between me hanging up the phone and after what she said to the time that I shot her, I was in rage mode.
You believe this enraged mode is some form of excuse?
No, I'm not giving no excuses, sir.
So then you were conscious of what you were doing?
For those split seconds, I wasn't.
So is it an excuse or not? Because you're saying you were enraged.
I don't know
mode.
what you consider an excuse.
You intentionally called Erica over.
But
Yes, correct?
But that's not what you said. You said if I considered it an excuse. I don't know what you
What?
consider an excuse, sir.
Mr. Delgado, let me break it down for you. You called Erica Torres over the date of June 1st, 2024 to your apartment, correct?
Yes.
You told her, get here now. Correct.
No.
You told her, come over to the apartment.
No.
What did you tell her?
I told her that I needed to speak to her. I needed to come to the house because I needed to speak with her. And that's when she made those remarks as in, this is why I never give you the baby.
Okay,
So yes, I guess you would say I did tell her to come to the house,
thank you.
but
Now,
not intending to shoot her.
objection, Your Honor, non-responsive. Now, when she's coming over, you met Erica with bullets, correct? Shooting at her? You would agree with that?
I don't understand that. I don't understand what you mean
When
by
Erica
I met her
arrived-
with bullets.
When Erica arrived, you immediately started shooting at her, correct?
As according to the video, yes.
Okay. At this time, we're going to publish State's Exhibit 5. Mr. Delgado, you're walking up to Erica's Kia Soul there, correct?
In the video, yes.
Because you were walking up to her to kill her, correct?
No.
You were walking up to finish the job?
No. I don't know what was going through my head at the time. But it does look like on the video that I was approaching her vehicle.
Well, it wasn't to check on her, right?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No, like I said, I was blacked out at the time from so much rage. But yes, it does look like I'm approaching her vehicle.
So you say you blacked out. When did you come to?
I guess I would say as soon as I was walking up the stairs to put my pistol back on the chair.
And when did you say that you blacked out?
When she told me what she told me on the phone and we hung up. And she hung up.
Okay. And was this before you were, because you heard Ms. Estrada testify So you blacked out after you were at peace making pancakes that morning? Happily making pancakes?
No, my daughter was inside playing with Miss Estrada in her room, the sorry game, and that's when I told her I was gonna go outside, and I went outside and made a phone call. She doesn't even know about the phone call. I was outside when that phone call was made.
Okay, but you testified earlier that the night before your daughter told you about this, right?
Yes,
And you testified that you went through a list, right? That you started with your family,
yes,
and then you went to Erica's family.
yes.
You realized that well, how many people did you rattle off? How many names did you rattle off to your daughter, asking her?
I don't recall. I just went through everybody.
Everybody?
On my side, everybody. On her side, about 3 or 4 people.
And you said that your daughter at some point just finally cried and said, yes, Dad, this happened.
No, not at some point. When I brought up his name, she was coherent and listening to the names that were coming out of my mouth and telling me yes or no.
Okay. Mr. Delgado, you saw Investigator Vaquera testify earlier here today, correct?
Yes, but I don't recall who Mr. Vaquera looks like.
Okay. Well, do you know that children are supposed to be interviewed by a trained specialist? Yes or no?
No,
Do you know?
I don't know how that process works.
Okay. Well, children are interviewed because they are highly susceptible to being influenced when someone asks them constant questions. And you were asking your daughter constant questions. You would agree with that, correct?
I only asked her one question, sir.
You just said you listed off a bunch of names until she finally said
That's not
yes.
asking her questions. I asked her one question and then I started giving her names.
I'm going to object to non-responsive, Your Honor. You gave her a bunch of names, correct? And
After-
I don't object. It's been asked and answered. I don't know where he's going with this.
Your Honor, because he's under oath and he's saying that he didn't ask her a bunch of questions, but he's asking her, did so-and-so, did so-and-so, did
I'll
so-and-so.
overrule the objection. Go ahead.
You realize each time that you ask her a person's name, that is a question, correct?
Oh, I guess if that's what you're saying, yes. I asked her one question and I started stating names.
Okay.
But yes, if I'm asking her, was it this person, I guess you would consider that a question.
And yet you somehow landed on Uncle Louie, right?
Yes, after I listed a bunch of people, yes.
Okay. Now, after this video was taken, you got arrested, right?
Yes, you know this. They told you that.
Yes, we're just doing this for the questioning. Thank you, Mr. Delgado. Now, when you got arrested, you went to LPD, correct?
They took me to the police station.
To the police station. All right. And prior to that, you had already confessed, yes, I shot her. I did what I did. I'll take my consequences, correct?
I do not. I recall telling the police officer that I unloaded my clip. I don't recall telling him that I'm willing to deal with the consequences.
Okay. You don't remember telling Officer Amezquita, I'll deal with the consequences?
No, sir.
You don't remember telling your neighbor while you're in the back of the cop car?
I remember yelling out to my neighbor that my daughter was violated. Yes.
Okay.
Not, and I don't recall ever saying that I'm willing to deal with the consequences.
No, I'm going to ask you, you said you were taken to LPD?
Yes.
All right. You remember going to LPD?
I remember getting there. Yes.
Okay. You weren't in the supposed blacked out stage still?
No, sir.
Okay. So then you remember your interaction with Mark Vela?
I do.
Okay. You remember telling him how Erica
Right.
has a rap sheet and you don't have a rap sheet, so you don't deserve this? Do you remember that?
I don't think I ever said I don't deserve this, but I do recall what me saying that I don't have a rap sheet and she has a rap sheet. Yes.
Okay. You remember bragging about Blasa Bloom?
I wasn't bragging about it. I was just stating
What were you stating?
her name, that she's my relative.
Okay. No, you didn't just say that she was your relative. You said, go look at the pictures, right?
What pictures?
You told when the officer said, who's Blasa Bloom? You said, go outside. She's my grandma, first police captain of Laredo.
I never said, I don't recall saying go look at the pictures.
It's in evidence.
But
Mr.
if it
Delgado.
isn't there, I guess, yes, I said a lot of things that day.
In fact, you tried to use that as leverage, correct, with Erica?
No, sir.
You would always tell her, I know LPD.
Never,
You never told her that.
never.
So you wouldn't use the fact that your grandmother was an LPD and that you knew the police?
Never. My grandma has not been a part of my life for a really long time, sir.
Then why
but-
would you
but
say that
I
Plaza
don't know.
Bloom's your grandma?
I just stated it just to state it, sir.
Did you state it so that they would take off the cuffs and let you go that
I would
day?
never think they would do something like that, sir. That would be ridiculous to even think that.
Well, I guess you were thinking ridiculous that day.
I don't see how, but if you say so.
Now, you said that you stayed in this relationship because you're a real man, right? A real
Along
man.
those lines.
You said a real man deals with this?
I said a real man deals with what he has to deal with, and yes.
So a real man shoots his wife while she doesn't suspect it? Is that what a real man does? Because that's what you did there.
No, sir.
So you're not a real man.
I would say I degraded myself that day.
You said you weren't raised to hit women, right?
Never.
Were you raised to shoot women?
Neither.
You said you love your daughter?
I adore her with everything. I'll do anything for her to protect her.
Did you think that when you went upstairs that day that Emmy was going to be proud of you for killing her mommy?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm asking you. Did you if you love your daughter, did you think that you were going to go back upstairs to your apartment that day and that Emmy was going to be proud of you for killing her mommy?
I didn't think I was gonna go upstairs and explain to my daughter anything.
Did you believe that Emmy was going to be happy that you shot her mom?
No.
Mr. Delgado, you expressed that you're remorseful for what you did. Is that correct?
Yes.
You expressed that you regret what you did that day. Is that correct?
Yes, I ask God for forgiveness, and hopefully one day Miss Erica can forgive me.
Did you regret this the moment you did it?
Yes. Right
So-
after that.
Right after that?
I would say it was thought. It was in my head that I should have done that.
So you regretted it from the moment you shot her? Even though you were smirking there at LPD, laughing about it, acting like if you just threw out the trash?
No, that was how I felt towards the cop because he was getting smart with me, so I got smart with him.
Okay. Mr. Delgado, you've been in Webb County multiple times, correct? Webb County Jail?
Not multiple. This is my first time.
2 times, correct?
For this incident, yes.
Okay, you were arrested initially after this incident?
The day of, yes.
Yes, and then you turned yourself in, correct? The second time?
The second time I turned, I bonded out with no restrictions, and then
Object to this line of questioning. What's
I'm gonna establish the foundation right now, Your Honor.
Yeah, good.
All right. You use the jail phone calls? You use the phones in the jail, correct?
I did.
Excuse me?
I did.
You did? All right. I'm going to tender what's marked as Case Exhibit 52. First, let me show it to you. While you're at the jail, when you use these automated systems, they say that they record, right?
Yes.
They say that this call is subject to recording.
Yes.
It is an automated machine,
Yes, sir.
and by pressing and taking part in the conversation, you consent to that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you use the jail phones, correct?
Yes,
You did voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm going to move to admit this.
I can't tell which phone call that is by just a USB.
It serves purpose, Your Honor, due to his regret and remorsefulness.
Yeah.
And we tendered this already to the
What
judge.
is the objection?
Which number is it?
It's going to be State's Exhibit 52.
Do I have 52? Is it labeled 52? Can I hear it before they play it, Judge?
Well, Can you identify what you tendered to him? Is it numbered in some way, shape, or form?
It's in some form of USB, Judge. We tendered him all the jail calls of the defendant.
Yeah, but what label is that? What number is it? Like, which is a DVD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9?
It should be 8.
It's gonna get to the very bottom. It's in the defense's possession, Your Honor.
So what's the objection, Mr. Baker?
I have no objection. I just wanted to make sure that I had it.
All right.
Because
You may proceed, it's admitted.
Permission to publish State's Exhibit 52, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you. Please remain on the line. Hold for acceptance. Several charges for your call have been accepted. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Verdad? What did you say?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. You can't hear what was being said.
It gets higher, Your Honor.
Do they have a transcription of it?
Your Honor, I could ask him if he's able to identify the voice in the
Well,
call.
but it's not only that, Judge. The objection is that you're going to hear.
They're higher in the volume there.
Is
So
there a way to get the volume up?
Right.
Yes. It's gonna get higher, Your Honor.
All right, let's see what happens. I'll overrule the objection.
Okay. Okay. I forgive you. Necesitas ayudarte a ti mismo, Billy. ¿Entiendes? No, mi hijo, le compras la no te multipliques, ética y ética te ayuda. Y fíjate de ti que tú tienes que ayudarte. Si no te quieres ayudar, las cosas van a ser mucho más.
Who are you talking to in this phone call?
It sounds like my mother.
Well, I mean, looking in your right mind will do what you did, son. So how will you get the issue? Okay, but you know what? And so you can speak to me and realize. Right, so you're not saying that word, Debbie. I know, son. But you're not understanding that this was not a slap in the face. And this is when we told our children as growing up to think that we cannot protect people. That there's only to regret. There's only so much we can teach you, and there's only so much.
So Delgado, you said you regret what you did that day immediately?
I said that today.
No, I asked you earlier. I said, did you regret it immediately after you did it? And you said, yes, I did. Correct?
Yes, I thought I did, yes.
Okay, this phone call is dated from June 6th, after the date took place on June 1st. And play again, please.
I heard it. That day I did say I did not regret it. I was upset.
And we cannot protect people. There's only to regret. There's only so much we can teach you, and there's only so much.
I believe you said you don't regret a motherfucking thing you did. How about that, correct?
Yes, sir, I did say that day. I was still upset.
Objection to non-responsive. Now,
Your Honor, he's got to let him answer the question. I don't object to any interruption.
pass the witness.
I have no further questions, Judge.
Yes, sir, you step down and have a seat next to your attorney, please. All right, next witness, please.
Judge, I'm gonna call Vanessa Torres. Do I need to get it myself, Judge?
I think somebody will get him.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Raise your right hand for me. You do solemnly swear the evidence of the testimony you're giving this cause will be the truth, so help you God. Seat right over here.
Ma'am, can you, please give us your name?
Vanessa Flores.
Ms. Vanessa Flores, how are you related to Billy?
He's my nephew.
Okay. And that would make him your brother's or sister's son?
He's my sister's son.
Okay. And the name of your sister?
Maria Delgado.
You're from from Laredo?
I lived in Laredo for 18 years, and then now I live in San Antonio.
So after graduating high school, you left?
Yes.
Okay. And you've lived in San Antonio ever since?
Yes.
And what do you do up there?
I'm a digital product manager at USAA.
Okay. You worked there at the campus there on I-10?
Yes, for 20 years.
20 years. Okay. Well, my son-in-law works there too. I'll talk to you about it after. All right. And you've been gainfully employed for 20 years there.
Yes, sir.
And you, we're talking here about Billy and Erica. I mean, what have you done to try to help them out?
I was there many times after some of their disagreements when the cops were called to their place. It happened a few times between, the time that they were together and lived in San Antonio.
Well, let's. Are you talking a few times here in Laredo or a few times in San Antonio?
In San Antonio.
All right. So let's take one at a time, please. Maybe you could separate them. What incident happened? Or
The one that I could remember, there's a couple, but one of the disagreements that they had called the cops, and I would usually get a phone call either from Billy or Erica or my sister, if my sister was not in town, asking me to come over. The cops were there. So this one time I got a call, and I headed over there to their apartment. I got there, the cops were already there. Billy was outside. Erica was inside the apartment with the girls. And they were questioning Billy because he had marks on his body. And they were asking if he wanted to press charges.
did he?
At first he said no repeatedly. And at the end he said, okay, I will. You could visibly see the marks. So I feel like the cops kept asking, and he finally said yes.
Okay. And you were present for that?
I was.
Okay. Please only testify to what you saw or you were present to, okay?
Yes.
Okay. That was one of the incidents?
Yes, that was one of the incidents. That was the night she got arrested.
Okay. Did you take care of the children?
I did. I ended up taking Emmy and Bella with me, because Billy and Erica had just had a disagreement, and they were both a little worked up. And Erica was going to jail, and Billy was going to stay behind. So I told him, let me take the girls, give you some time. And I just got clothes for Bella because she was in school, and just so that I could make sure to get her to school in the morning.
Okay. And is there another incident that you were present for?
There is another one that I showed up to the apartment. This one, nobody got arrested. I ended up taking Billy home with me that night to give them some time. The cop thought it would be best to give them time because they had just had a disagreement as well.
And the police were there at that point?
Police were there.
Okay. And that's in San Antonio. Anything in Laredo that you were present for?
No.
All right. How do you describe the relationship?
Toxic, unhealthy.
Did you ever advise Billy what to do?
I did.
What was that?
I felt like, and really it was only when they had their disagreements. I told him that I thought it was best that they go their separate ways because they were not a good match. I felt like she brought out the worst in him, or I just saw another side of Billy that I hadn't seen before.
Okay.
So, for the sake of the girls.
Right. You know what he's accused of, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is Billy that type of person to shoot up people?
No.
Does he love his daughter?
I'm sorry?
Does he love his daughter, Amy?
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
both of them, actually?
Absolutely.
And his son?
Yes.
Um, And those are the only two incidents that come to your mind in San Antonio, right?
Correct.
All right. Judge, that's all I have with this witness.
Good afternoon, Ms. Flores.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Flores, you weren't there that day that Erica got shot, correct?
I was not, sir. I was in San Antonio.
Okay. Have you seen the video
Which video?
of Billy shooting Erica?
No, I have not.
Do you know that Billy shot her 10 times?
No, I did not.
Do you know that he called her over and ambushed her and just shot her as soon as she arrived?
I mean, I've read the newspaper. I've seen the news.
And you said that they were not right for each other, correct?
Correct. Well, that's my opinion.
And that's fine. You just testified to it, right? Would you agree with me that no person, no woman deserves to be shot 10 times, regardless of any situation?
No person.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
I have no further questions, Judge.
Okay, not subject to recall, ma'am. You're excused. You can stay in the courtroom or you can leave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm going to call Connie Delgado.
Mr. Delgado, would you come up here and raise your right hand for me? You do solemnly swear the evidence in the testimony given the cause will be the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Have a seat right over here, please.
Ms. Delgado, can you please give us your full name?
María Concepción Delgado.
Maria, is this your son sitting next to me?
Yes, sir.
And how many children do you have?
3 boys.
3 boys? Have you ever had an incident like this happen in your family?
No, sir.
Okay, what's the age of your oldest boy?
Billy, 35.
Billy's the oldest?
That's my oldest.
Okay, and the second, who's the middle one?
Luis Delgado, 28.
Okay, and after that?
Enrique Delgado, 21.
And what does Enrique do?
Enrique is a third-year college student at Texas A&M in College Station.
Okay, and the middle one?
That's the little one.
Or the middle one? The one
The middle one is a graduate from, I'm sorry. He's a graduate from Trinity
the university is that in San Antonio?
in San Antonio.
Okay, so you have potentially you have one college graduate, one's about to graduate, right?
Yes, sir.
And Billy's the oldest.
And Billy's the oldest.
Why didn't Billy go to college like the rest of them?
Why didn't he go to college like the rest? I didn't go to college and I'm a very successful woman.
Okay, so Billy didn't feel like he had to go to school.
He tried it. I tried it. He did. He has he's got a welding degree.
Okay. But you don't have these types of incidents happening in your family, right? Your boys have not been in prison or anything?
None of my boys have been to prison, sir.
Ma'am, they played a jail phone call where where Billy's arguing with you and things like that? That Billy does?
Billy changed after Erica.
He was a different person?
Very different.
Okay. Like what? What changed him?
We noticed the distance in him. She would tell him not to listen to us. Your parents rule your life. Your parents do everything. Stop listening to them. Put things in his head like that.
Okay.
She-
Did you ever go ahead?
I believe she carries herself like that with her family, and that's what we noticed that was coming out of our son.
All right. There were several incidents that happened that I think you were present or came in after they occurred, the assaults, right?
I'm sorry?
Were you ever present after an assault had taken place between Billy and Erica?
Always.
How many times?
Oh, almost every other week.
Okay. And what would happen?
They would argue. My son would end up getting physically assaulted, and we would have to remove her from the house. My sister would take her home.
You talking about incidents in Laredo or San Antonio?
San Antonio.
Okay. Any incidents here in Laredo that you were there?
That I was present? No. That I came to live with my son because of an incident that they had on the highway while he was taking her to one of the domestic violence abuses court cases she has in San Antonio, because she had revoked it with a DWI. So he was taking her there one early morning after she was very hungover from the night before.
Okay. Did you give your son any advice about this marriage? He should leave her or stay with her?
All the time, to her as well. You need to leave my son. You're going to hurt him. He's going to hurt you. This is going to get out of hand. She never understood. She continued dragging him on with her.
Okay. If she said that it was him that was following her around, is that true?
No, sir.
It was her?
She moved to Laredo after a domestic violence that they had in San Antonio, and she persuaded him to move to Laredo and follow her, move out of her father's house. I got my son a townhome, a lease with her on the lease agreement. They lived there. She moved in with him. She wanted him in Laredo.
Okay. And after the lease agreement ended, or they separated?
We kicked her out because she physically abused my son again in Laredo, and that was about all I could handle.
So she's had more than one arrest or more than one incident in Laredo?
Of her own, yes. She's got a domestic violence abuse that we put charges against her and sat on the DA's desk for over a year, and nothing ever happened.
Okay, you do know what happened that Billy, according to the evidence, the video that he shot at, not that Erica was shot 10 times, but he shot at Erica 10 times. Is that something that you ever thought your son would do?
No,
That's not within his character?
no,
Does he go out assaulting people, physically abusing people?
no. Erica made him very aggressive character, and she was a very aggressive, or I don't know if she still is, woman.
Judge, that's all I have of this witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Delgado.
Good afternoon, sir.
You would agree with me that you love Billy, right?
I love all my boys, yes.
You spoke to Billy that morning that he shot Erica, right?
Yes, sir.
In fact, he called you before he shot Erica.
No,
Correct?
sir, not before. During, I believe.
He called you during,
I believe I was on the phone when it happened.
and you begged him, right, not to do anything?
No, I didn't. No, I did not. I said, son, what are you talking about? And he said, Mom, my daughter opened up to me and said that Louis sexually abused me. And she finally opened up, Mom. And I said, and what do you mean by opened up, Mom? Louis did something to her. We need to take it to court. We need to figure out what we're going to do. He stayed quiet, didn't say another word. And then I heard what I heard, which were gunshots on the other side.
So you never told him, son, there's no possible way. I know Emmy. I have her 10 days out of the month. She would have told me something. This is not possible, son. Are you testifying here today?
I told him Emmy would have told me. Emmy would have told me if something happened to her. I've asked her before because Emmy comes to my house every time her mom gives her to me with a dirty underwear because it's under her underwear. Why her underwear is green and yellow every time she brings her to me. And I cannot get a word out of Billy. How did you get it out of her? She was in the tub, Mom, playing with the dolls. I caught her and I left it alone. And at night when I lay down with her, she confessed to me and told me what Louis had done.
Would it surprise you if everything you just testified to is not what you told the police that day?
I wrote a statement. I don't recall what I wrote on the statement, but imagine what kind of stress I was in.
Yes, in your recorded interview, you never mentioned the tub.
I might have not mentioned every detail, sir.
In your recorded interview, you're actually telling the officers that you were telling Billy that there's no way this could be true, correct?
Yes. There's no way this could be true. What do you mean? Why didn't Emmy open up to me?
In your recorded,
I raised Emmy.
I'm gonna object.
Yes.
Let's move on. In your recorded interview, you told Billy, don't do anything. There's no way this could be true, correct?
Yeah, don't do anything could mean anything.
You tried to stop him from doing anything, correct? And
I had no idea what he was going to do, but whatever my son was going to do, I said, Mijito, just stop. Whatever it is that I wrote down on my statement that I don't recall.
in fact, he told you, oh yeah, watch this. And then you told the officers you heard pom, 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 you heard the bangs.
No, he said, yeah, just watch, Mom. And then I heard nothing, and I heard absolutely nothing. I thought he was grabbing at me so I could speak to her, so she could tell me what happened. And then that's when I heard gunshots.
Erica, correct?
Yes, with no idea that that's what was going to happen.
Would you be touched on me?
I wouldn't be surprised,
Because you didn't believe Billy, right?
because I didn't believe that something like that could happen to my granddaughter.
Because this is something that Billy made up, right?
No, sir. It's not something that Billy made up. It happened to my step granddaughter. She's been abused by one of
Objection, Your
Erica's
Honor.
sister.
Objection, Your Honor, that's not the question.
I'll sustain the objection. Go wait for another question, ma'am.
We'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
No further questions, Judge.
Okay, ma'am, you can step down, not subject to recall either side. Have a seat in the courtroom or you can leave. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Judge, defense rest.
Rebuttal.
Say closes, Judge.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you've heard all the evidence in the case. We have to work on the charge, and it's going to take a little while. Then we have to get the final charge prepared, and then I have to read it to you, and then the lawyers get a chance to argue. Then we would ask you to deliberate. Once you begin deliberations, you cannot separate. So rather than put you out after 5 o'clock, what I'm going to do is we're going to get the charge ready. And first thing in the morning when you come, it'll be ready and I'll read it. Both sides will argue and we'll ask you to deliberate. The instructions I gave you previously are still very important. The evidence may be closed, but do not discuss the case. Don't let anybody discuss it with you. Don't make any personal investigations, and don't talk about it amongst one another should you get here early in the morning. I'm going to have the lawyers here at 8:30. I would like y'all here at 9 o'clock, everybody at 9 o'clock, so we can go directly into reading that charge. Can't start without everybody. So 9 o'clock in the morning, if you want to get here early for breakfast, you're welcome to do so, but without fail, be here by 9 o'clock. We'll be in recess till then.